Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about inductance. We have already discussed about capacitor and capacitance. Similarly, here we have inductor and inductance. An inductor, it is typically consists of an insulated wire wound into a coil around a core like a soft iron. An inductor is actually a device which temporarily stores energy in the form of magnetic field. Now, inductance, it is actually the tendency of an electrical conductor to oppose the change in the electric current flowing through it. Or we can say that inductance is a property of an electric conductor that causes an EMF to be induced or generated by a change in the current flowing through the conductor. We know that an electric current can be induced in a coil by changing the flux associated with the coil. It can be the flux change produced by another coil kept near to this, or it can be the flux change produced by the same coil when some current flows through it. The flux through the coil, it is actually proportional to the current which is flowing through this coil. So I am taking the flux through the coil magnetic flux as phi b. It is proportional to the current which is flowing through this coil. Okay, now if the current varies with the time, we can write it as di by dt. If the current varies with the time, there will be a change in flux with respect to time. So we can write it as d phi b by dt. So we can write d phi b by dt is proportional to di by dt. Now, if this coil has capital N number of turns, there will be a magnetic flux linked with this turn. There will be a magnetic flux linked with this turn, linked with this turn of the coil. That is the same magnetic flux is linked with all the turns. When the magnetic flux linked with this coil changes, according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, there will be an induced EMF produced in this coil. Each turn of the coil contributes an induced EMF. Each turn of the coil contributes to the induced EMF. That is, all turns of this coil are linked with the flux change and each turn contributes to the induced EMF. So here we will use a term which is flux linkage. So here we are using a term which is flux linkage. Okay, it is actually the flux through the coil multiplied by the number of turns the flux passes through. So flux flows through the flux through the coil, that is phi b, multiplied by the number of turns. That is, if there are capital N number of turns in this coil, then N phi b is actually the flux linkage. So flux linkage is actually equal to N phi b. So for a closely wound coil of N turns, we can write this flux linkage N phi b is proportional to I. First we have written phi b is proportional to I, but if there are N number of turns, then we will use a term flux linkage which is N phi b, that is also proportional to what? I, that is the current flowing through this coil. When we are writing like this, when we are writing this relation in the form of an equation, it is actually a proportionality, this is proportional to this. It is actually a proportionality relation. But when we are writing this in the form of an equation, there will be some constant of proportionality, Okay, that is, for example, when we are writing A is proportional to B, this proportionality relation into an equation, we will write A is equal to some constant into B. Okay, so when we are writing this proportionality relation into one equation, there will be one constant of proportionality. So similarly, when we are writing this expression, this proportionality relation into an equation, there will be one proportionality constant or constant of proportionality. That constant of proportionality in this relation, that is actually called as inductance. Okay, inductance, it actually depends on, only on the geometry of the coil and intrinsic material properties. Inductance depends on the geometry of the coil and intrinsic material properties. Like we have discussed about capacitance for a parallel plate capacitor, no? That depends on the geometry, that is a plate area, the separation between the two parallel plates, then intrinsic material property, that is dielectric constant, K of the intervening medium. Like that, here the inductance depends on the geometry of the coil and intrinsic material properties. This inductance, it is actually a scalar quantity. The SI unit of inductance is Henry. Okay, inductance is a scalar quantity. Its SI unit is Henry. It is represented by capital letter H. Now, what will be the dimension of inductance? How can we find out the dimension of inductance? You see, inductance is actually what? It is the constant of proportionality in this expression. So, you just imagine while we are writing this expression in the form of an equation, you can write it as N phi B is equal to some constant of proportionality will be here into I. This constant of proportionality, this is actually called as inductance here. Okay, now what will be the dimension of inductance? To get the dimension of inductance, we just want an equation. So, you just imagine this as the inductance, that constant of proportionality that we will discuss in the next video. Okay, while we are discussing about mutual inductance and self-inductance, we will discuss about that. Now, for the sake of now, you just think here we have a constant of proportionality, which is the inductance. Okay, so that inductance will be equal to what? I'm taking this I to this side, so that goes to the denominator. So, N phi B divided by I. Okay, now the dimension of inductance will be what? N is a number, no? It doesn't have any dimension. So, dimension of flux divided by dimension of magnetic flux divided by dimension of electric current. Okay, what will be the dimension of magnetic flux? Magnetic flux is actually what? B into A, no? Okay, so dimension of magnetic flux will be what? Dimension of B into dimension of A. What will be the dimension of B? To get the dimension of B, that is magnetic field, you can take any equation you want. I'm just taking this expression which we have discussed in the earlier, in the previous videos. One is F is equal to I L B sin theta. This was the expression for the force acting on a current carrying conductor which has some length L and carries an amount of current I when it is kept in an external magnetic field B. So, I'm taking this expression. From this expression, I can write B is equal to what? F divided by I L sin theta. Alright. Now, you see the dimension of magnetic field will be what? Dimension of force. Okay, dimension of magnetic field will be dimension of force. Force is what? Mass into acceleration. So, capital letter M, acceleration L T raised to minus 2. Okay, if you don't remember how to find out the dimensions of such physical quantities, I will provide the link in the description box because you have already studied this in the 11th standard. Okay, I will provide the link in the description box. If you are not getting this, please see that video too. Okay, so mass into acceleration, so its dimension will be M, then L T raised to minus 2 divided by dimension of current. What will be the dimension of electric current? Ampere, no? We used to take it as ampere, A. Okay, then length, L. Alright, this L and this L can be cancelled, no? Okay, so we are getting M T raised to minus 2 divided by ampere, A. Then here we have area, dimension of area, L square. Alright, dimension of area, L square. So, this becomes actually what? Dimension of that flux is actually what? M, L square, T raised to minus 2 ampere. Okay, we want the dimension of inductance. This particular one is the inductance. So, dimension of flux divided by dimension of current. Dimension of flux is what? M, L square, T raised to minus 2 ampere divided by dimension of current, ampere. So, this ampere and this ampere can be cancelled now. So, we will get the dimension as what? Oh, sorry. you see, this is actually, dimension of flux is actually m t raised to minus 2 L square, not here, divided by ampere. Okay, so this becomes, dimension of flux is actually what? M L square t raised to minus 2 divided by ampere. Then dimension of current, that is also ampere. So that also in the denominator, that is also in the denominator. So we can write it as what? M L square t raised to minus 2. Here it is ampere square. So when I am taking that to the numerator, that becomes ampere raised to minus 2. So m L square t raised to minus 2 ampere raised to minus 2. It is the dimension of inductance. And SI unit of inductance is what? Henry. So in this video, we just discussed about inductor and inductance. And we discussed about flux linkage, then dimension, then SI unit of inductance. I hope you understood this video, the concept of this video. Thank you.